Why what? start this Zoom off with a song that was written by Hopkins Schack. He's hiding your hand. It's a song called "We Can Speak for Ourselves," just to kind of warm ourselves up and start this off in a good way.
Boxley and I doing a show together and having it be about our cultures and yet how we are good friends, and that even though we're very different, we're very the same. It just shows that friendship can just bound over anything, and in these days that we're living in, friendship is really an important thing. So we're happy to have you all, and if anybody has any questions, make sure you let us know here at the front desk or myself. And I would like to present someone very dear to me, a good friend, Jan Hopkins, who is also Chris's wife. But she has a few things to say, and we're happy to have her here tonight too. Come on.
Hi. As she said, I'm Chris Hopkins' wife, and I'm here to talk about Chris and the history of Chris as an illustrator, and then as a narrative artist and having our shows here. I think Nancy, a friend of ours, Nancy Kovalik, wanted to say something really quick.
Just take it.
I get two. She was going to say something really quick.
I got coerced into this, of course. I'm not a speaker. I'm a collector and a friend and a supporter of the arts. I don't know how long I've known these guys. I think I met them both about the same time. I really had planned on getting a red rose and presenting it to him and asking him if he would accept my last rose. But with Jan here, it seemed a little inappropriate. So isn't this the most amazing occasion to have art travel into the world, to be able to see our friends and the artists that we support and that we love, continue supporting the artists that need us. Without the collectors, there's almost no reason to do the art other than they're compelled to do it. So continue with your support of the art, and I'm out of here.
Surprises. Before we go into two more surprises before we go into the performance room.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gavin Hudson from Manitoba. David Mr. Boxley has been a hero of mine since I was in Daniel Lee's class in 4th grade. And I wanted his autograph, and he gave me his autograph, and it said, "Always be proud." I still have that. And it was pretty clear what his mission was then, and that mission has run through clearly to today, that all he wants is for our people to be proud of who we are and where we come from. So a few years ago, right before the pandemic upended all of our lives, the Luxie Eagle Clan hosted a feast in Manitoba to strengthen the name of our clan. But also, unbeknownst to him, it was to honor him for achieving his lifetime goal of carving 75 big totem poles. He's since exceeded that goal too. And so we the Eagles couldn't think of a better honor for him than to give him another name, a big name. So in honor of his achievements and recognition of his lifetime work, we gave him the name Nis Uktan, which means grandfather of totem poles. That the other lifetime goal I think he always wanted was to be a yaya, to be a grandfather, and he is now. So a very proud grandfather. I've gotten very, very close with the Boxley family. They're my best friends, and I'm really proud to have worked with them through the years. And so to go along with that name, I wanted to write a power song, a lifetime achievement song. So the first line of the song says, "I am a canoe you have carved, I carry your honor." That's a reference to his grandfather, Albert Bolton, who was a canoe carver. The second line is, "I'm the basket you have woven, I hold your love." That's a reference to his Gigi, his grandmother, Dora Bolton, who was an amazing basket weaver. And the third line says, "I raise totem poles to share what you've given to me." They raised him. They raised him to be the amazing leader that he is today. And the final line is what he wrote in that autograph of mine all those years ago in Daniel Lee's class. Daniel recently passed away, which is a terrible shock. I wanted to acknowledge him as well today. But the last line says, I want our people to feel proud to be Tsimshian. This is Nis Puksen.
Thank you, everybody. I've said this to a whole bunch of you as we've given hugs around the gallery here today. Everybody, it seems like everybody from my entire life is in this building today. So, as Jan was saying, and I was prepared to take, I'm going to take full credit for this exhibit existing. When we went to ask Chris if he would teach me, I don't even think I knew Dad was going to ask that. He saw Chris's work and said, will you teach my son? Yeah, I spent weekend after weekend for 3 years when I was in high school learning from Chris. And had illustration not gone digital, I might very well be an illustrator today. But the lessons I learned from Chris, I use all the time. The biggest one is you have to be a lifetime student. That you can never stop learning. My dad, it's amazing. This exhibit is really just a sprinkling of both of these amazing artists' prolific careers. If you really took everything either of them ever made, it would take 4 or 5 of these buildings to fill them up. They're both, I'm supposed to be talking about my dad, but I do feel a responsibility to also talk about Chris. My teachers are important to me in my life, and these are like my 2 dads over here. They're both workaholics. but because they love what they're doing. And at a glance, if someone didn't know them, people might think, why are these two artists having a show together? But if you know them, there's nothing more appropriate and right that could be. My dad comes from a little village in Alaska called Metlakatla. And there are Metlakatlans here today who have come all the way just for this. Thank you guys for being here. He was raised by his grandparents who spoke Somali, our language, to him. He was probably fluent as a little boy. And just like Chris was once a bouncer and bricklayer and a whole bunch of other things, my dad was a basketball coach. And when we moved home in 1980, before I was born, but he moved home, there had been a head coaching job available still in Metlakatla High School. He may never have left Metlakatla to become a carpenter. But there wasn't. And within a few years, he decided to retire from teaching. In 1986, we moved to Seattle to start a life. He had 2 young children, and he decided to walk away from a pension and all of that to risk being a full-time artist. And provided my brother and I with a happy and exciting life. Our childhoods were content, and I've been lucky enough to travel the country and the world, having been taught to be very proud of being Tsimshian. As I walked through this exhibit today, I was just floored by the beauty of it all, but knowing the passion, the commitment that it takes to do this kind of work. And I know it all too well because I went into the family business. I hope you all get a chance to really look at everything. My dad spent a lot of time studying museums to learn how to make Tsimshian art so that it looks like old Tsimshian art. This shaman mask right here is actually a replica of an old piece from a museum in Ottawa, Canada. And I spent that time learning that way. Just like Chris's lesson about being a lifetime student, that's what Dad also taught me. The other thing he taught me that I'm sure, if not literally, but will most certainly be on my mind when I'm someday, 30 years from now, making his tombstone, do what you say you're going to do. And it often rings in my head the times that I fail at that. But it's in my mind all the time. The lessons that Chris and Dad have taught me. I'm so very lucky. I'm a lucky man. And again, I take credit for this exhibit in a very personal way. I love them both. They deserve all of this love and attention. I want to thank everyone who, on behalf of my father, who donated their work, their pieces that fill their homes to this exhibit, both of Chris and Dad's work. Thank you very much.
It wasn't donated?
Or, sorry, not donated. It was loaned. I was trying. Anyway. And all of you, there are too many actually. The couple that I can. There's so many people here. Again, my whole life is in this room right now. But so many of you have come from a long way to be here. And if I start naming off individuals, I'm going to miss somebody, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm leaving anyone out. But there are family, friends, and very respected partners in culture and in business and in art and in life that are in this room today here to support Chris and Dad. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm heading back to Metlakatla tomorrow morning, but I wouldn't have missed this today. today. The next thing I'd like to do is introduce Mr. Tim Noah, who is the Northwest icon, who just so happens a number of years ago wrote a song about my dad. My dad was featured on a children's program that Tim hosted, and I'm gonna back him up here. And then in about 20 minutes, get Hoan, or as soon as we can get changed anyway, we'll be performing in that back room, and it might be standing room only, we'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim Noah.
Thank you all for your patience. Thank you for being here. I am deeply honored to be invited to participate. As I was about 20 years ago, to get to go visit David Boxley and feature him on our television show at the time. A Tsimshian boy of the Eagle clan, whose people were taken from their native land, took his grandfather's hand. He said, "Can you remember the day?" And if all he held sacred was to survive, he must carry the flame to keep it alive. He would have to reclaim his ancestors' tribal ways. And the legends live on in the heart of the carver, handed from father to son.
you all so very, very much. I'd like to take a second. If everybody in attorney's gonna hate this. Zach. Just wave. My brother Zach is here. I don't, on every Lynnwood box, art for one, that fella did. So when you see anything Steve meant, that's Zach's work. So thank you all very much. And we hand back to Mike back over. Thank you.
I have one really quick thing. I want to thank our co-sponsors.
Then we'll need to go with the law Tsimshian and I go with the law. Doig should honey snoosum, they will get Emma well. They will honey get, they will need it. Emma well to squat. Look at this mask to wear you. Keep out my fat to wear in that good to squat. We like to go to. They will meal them at a limium shagem. That was him. Thank you all for gathering here today. We're going to give you a short performance so you can go back and look at all the art more. Notice I didn't say buy the art, but if you see something you like of Chris's, please buy it. We are the Hoan, people of the salmon. Good will have who feel! Yeah, you still live well. He not yet. And we'll build them Gaudium, Chris Hopkins, and it knew you. And we'll get them Fanny's news and the need to go with a double. For many years, Chris and I have been working so that you could come and see what we did. We like to go to. We like to go to the will need the fun need and see it no. And it looks good again. Very happy to see friends and strangers. So I have some funny snoosum. Thank you all very much. The next song we're going to do for you is a very old song. It's the oldest one we have.
There's people watching outside. You should talk into this so they can hear you also.
Hello? All you guys outside? Hello? Okay, just kidding. Just so you know, he can make jokes once in a while. It's so Indian that you've come to know. This headdress dance is an old song. Our chiefs used to dance this dance to welcome guests to their village. This represents, we're not using down today. Normally it would be down to that would spread all over everyone. But didn't want to make a mess for the shack. These boys, these 5, represent the 4 clans of our people. Eagle, Raven, Wolf, and the Killer Whale, the matrilineal clans of the Tsimshian. Doyachsism means thank you to all of you. We aren't going to do a real long program today. Pretty hot in here, huh? I hope that's not all that's here, just the heat. You know what I mean by that, right? Okay. So,
I don't get it.
My doctor is laughing harder than anyone. Raise your hand, Mark. That's my doctor. So you guys need anything, there he is.
He's here in case Dad doesn't make it through this performance. My shoulder's been kind of. Yeah. I haven't been down here. It feels like it's been, I don't know, a couple of years. Does that feel that way to anybody else? Okay. Yeah. He's right. We're not funny. Anyway. The next song we're going to do.
We ain't getting paid either, so
Yeah, don't forget to tip your waiters. The next song we're going to do is called The Raven Song. This song was written originally by Christine, what's her name? Martin. I am so out of practice. From Luffelams, BC, written to honor her uncle Murray Smith, who is Chief Aldamaha. Kid Hoan, Dad, has made an effort to make sure we use masks just like our people did in the old days. And this is one of my favorites. This is the Raven song. I realize that some of you, how many of you have never seen Kid Hoan dance before? Don't be shy. Okay. Tsimshian people are separated into 4 matrilineal groups. All of us belong to one of 4 clans, and the main crest of those clans are the eagle, raven, wolf, and killer whale. So today, well, we're going to do a couple of those. We're leaving out the wolf clan, of which I am, and I'll be speaking to the manager. This next song is called Eagle Spirit. It was written in 1994 by my father for his grandfather's memorial. And all the members who are performing this are Luxkey Eagle Clan.
Hey!
This day, usually I have lots of words about how I feel about something, but I'm so honored to be with Chris on this great day. I'm so honored to be with all of you. I've been surprised a couple of dozen times by sneaky natives who came down from Alaska to surprise me, and friends I haven't seen in a long time, and new friends that mean a lot. Thank you all for taking the time to be here. I want to thank Sea Alaska Corporation for giving me a grant so that you can have a catalog of the show. I want to thank Steinberg Gallery and Nathan for putting it together. Thank Carrie and all of her staff for all of their help in putting beautiful displays that you either have looked at or will be looking at. This is a killer whale song. This is another one of our clan songs. This is to honor the killer whale people. Or as you might say, orca. We don't.
It's goodbye, I just take the
We have one more song. One more mask song. I know. One more mask song. While we're waiting, just a minute. I want to thank all of you collectors who loan your pieces to this show. Amazing, amazing. I've spent the last couple of months bringing work to the shack here, 3 or 4 at a time. When I get them in the mail or go pick them up at people's homes, bring them here. But I didn't realize what it would look like when I saw it all laid out myself. I'm humbled and grateful. I yelled canoe. I'm fortunate. Though I to some Honeys Newsom who donated, I mean, not donated. Oh. Actually, there's some of that stuff I'd like to take home. Really.
It's pretty rare for an artist to get to ever take something back in any way, shape, or form. So it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, Dad. I'm a very proud son. The song we're going to do is called Mouse Woman. Mouse Woman is a supernatural being who would come to the aid of would-be heroes in our stories. Sometimes they'd listen, sometimes they wouldn't. And in this story, Mouse Woman would be coming to the aid of a fisherman.
That's not her.
Of a fisherman, a warrior, and a berry picker to warn them of the evil cannibal giant Bausch. Let's see if they listen. Was formed in 1996, so our relationship with Chris even goes back before all this started, and I'm really tickled to be able to be here today. Thankful to my girlfriend Candy for coming along with me on this trip. I want to take a second because I haven't seen all of you in years. And I know this day is about Dad and Chris, but I can't help but just be very thankful for everybody that's in this room who not only came to support Dad and Chris, but as I mentioned earlier, it was kind of a joke, but it's the truth, my whole life is in this building today. And I can't help but notice that. And this has been a long 2 years for everybody, and I'm just incredibly grateful for your support to my father and my dear friend Chris, and I'm very happy to see you all. And I go back to Metlakatla. I was elected to our tribal council in November. I go back with a rejuvenation that I desperately needed after all of this that we've all been through. So thank you all very much for that. The last song before our exit is our traveling song. See that segue? See how I did that? Okay. Because I'll be going back home tomorrow. The words of this song say, I'll follow this road wherever it leads, through good or bad, until I reach its end. And just thank you all very much for being here today.
Oh yeah, hi, oh yeah, hi, hey hi, yo hey hi, dimlu yaku kaina kwa, ligilim dim will the oil, shakai kya, shakai ha, what I dim will, after shabat. Oh yeah, hi, oh yeah, hi, hey hi, yo hey hi.
We're going to get on dancers. Thank you all very much.
Stop. I forgot something. It's very important. You see this picture right here? This is Cindy James. Cindy James, my friend for 20 years. She's my wife's sister. She passed away a few years ago. There's a totem pole in her honor at the Northwest Hospital in Seattle. Everybody here dancing is either her son, her daughter, her nephews, her nieces, or grandchildren. And Cindy was with me from the beginning, and I want to recognize her.
And this is her song. This is her song. This song we're putting up.
here today. So if you see Gavin, pat him on the back. He's one of the best songwriters there is. Thank you all again very much. Now get out of this hot room.
Thank you, everybody. Please
Nice meeting you, Fitz.
A Tsimshian boy of the Eagle clan, whose people were taken from their native land, took his grandfather's hand. He said, "Can you remember the days?" He knew if all he held sacred was to survive, he must carry the flame to keep it alive. He would have to reclaim his ancestors' tribal ways. And the legends live on in the heart of the carver, handed from father to son. So the circle will go unbroken, the legends live on. Legends will last, their spirit is strong. Now the future is past, from the old to the young and beyond.